Hello everyone, Barb here from barbaderholt.closetomyheart.com. I picked up a package of these bags last year, a year ago. They were on the clearance at, I think, Hobby Lobby. Nice quality little bags with the little handles. And I thought, ooh, those would be really fun to decorate. So I used a little bit of our pattern paper from Close to My Heart, as well as shaker card. Look at that, isn't that fun? But the super secret to this bag is a trick that I have. On the other side, I take a strip. This happens to be one of the zip strips off of our pattern paper. At the top, there's that little top half-inch piece of paper. On one side, it has a pretty pattern, and on the opposite side, there are all of the descriptions that tell you what the paper pack was, the different colors of cardstock that coordinate with that. It has a lot of nice information on there. We call it a zip strip. So I took a zip strip. It's about a ½ inch wide by 8 inches long, and I glued the ends down and left it loose in the middle so that I can slip a card in there. So this is a quick way to decorate a bag. Plus, it's a nice place to stick your card so that you don't need an envelope. I think that's just fun. Today we're going to work on a little bag decoration. I love to do this. I love to use leftover bits and pieces. And I have some leftover paper from, let's see, what's the name of this paper pack? This is called Happiness Lives Here. And I am just going to take a couple of chunks. I think this has got to be 6 inches long by 3.5 inches wide. And I am just gluing it to the front of a plain bag that has handles. I picked this up. I think I picked it up after Christmas one year. They had all of that stuff on clearance at probably Hobby Lobby, and I just picked them up and stuck them in my stash. So I'm putting those on there, and then I had this little, it's a stitched rectangle from the Stitched Rectangle Frame die set, and when you cut them out, it cuts out this middle part that has that stitched decorative impression in there. And I hang on to those because they come in handy for little projects. I am going to make this a shaker card. When I made other shakers using the frame, I used the pretty glittery outside part, and then the inside was left behind. So I saved it. And I'm going to tuck it on there. Just like that. So I have the frame with the stitch detailing for the heart shaker. This is what that shaker looks like, that thin cut. And when you cut it out, you end up with this middle part, which is this. It fits right in there. That is what this is left over from a previous card. So let's build a shaker. I am going to try to remove the film. And there it goes. Here's that protective coating. And this is heart-shaped. Ooh, you can't see it. How about if I put it down here? It's like invisible. It's like Wonder Woman's invisible plane. I'm going to take the outer rim of this. And I know, hearts, hearts, hearts. But it's almost Valentine's Day. Upside down and get the acetate shape on there. And that is the beauty of our acetate window and foam sets. It all just works together. I don't have to think. I don't have to try to make something go. It just all works. Makes the process of a shaker card faster. like fast and quick. There we go. Now I'm going to take some shaker bits. They're called Crafty. They were from a previous catalog, but I believe they might still be available online. You can always go to the online only and put in shaker, and all the different things pertaining to shakers that we still have in stock will show up. But I thought these nice, bright, vibrant colors would show up. I'm going to peel off the backing. And I'm going to pull this a little closer to me so you don't have to stare at my head. And you pop it down. Give it a little press. Rub it, rub it, rub it. And you have a shaker bag. Shaker, shaker, shaker bag. Now I'm going to flip the bag over. And on the back side, I have one of our zip strips. This is just a little bonus piece of pattern paper that they put on all of our pattern paper. And I took an 8-inch piece, and I'm putting about not quite an inch worth of glue on each end, and I'm going to put this on the back. I'm going to eyeball it, and I'm gluing that on there. Here's why. I have this little card that we're going to make. Cute little penguin. We're going to color him, and we're going to put this together. I have some leftover frames from that shaker frame set. This is Stitched Fancy thin cut thingy. A couple of pieces of pattern paper from the, well, let's see, that same Happiness Lives Here paper pack, I do believe. Or, yeah, I think it's from Happiness Lives Here. I've got a card base that I cut to be 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. This is a 4 by 5 1/4 piece of pattern paper. You can see it's the back side with the hearts. And I'm going to eyeball centering it on there. Then I have another piece of pattern paper. Now this one is 3 1/2 by 4 3/4. And I'm going to put some glue and get that centered down there, eyeballing it. And then I'm going to take this frame. I've got a white one and a red one. I'm going to put the white one down first. And this is what I did on my sample to start. I had the white frame around there. These were leftovers from another project. And I got it on there, and I thought that looked pretty cute. Thought that looked okay, not bad. But then I put the red on there, and to me it was just more of a wow than that white. The white kind of disappears on me, and this red it's a pop of red. Isn't that what we say about red? It's a pop of color. So I thought I would put this on here. And that little white one underneath adds just a hint of dimension without going crazy with dimension. I'm going to put this on here. And this is a top folding card. This is not one of our card bases that we sell. It's top folding. I made it because for this little trick I'm going to show you, you need a top folding card. This is our penguin set. Winter penguins, so cute. He is adorable. I love that little heart-shaped balloon. But we need to put a little color on him. You wouldn't have to if you don't want to, but I think the color makes him look a little better. So I have some of our Tri-Blend markers. This one is the Vintage Blue Blend. I just took the lightest shade and went all around it. And now I have the medium shade, and I'm just going to add a few little dots to the little, what do we call that, pom-pom on the top of his hat. And then I'm going to do a little bit of just kind of coloring along the stripes. And a couple more little dots. So cute. Then I have the coral shades. And I'm going to use that to put a little bit of an orangish color on his little feet. And then we have the reds. I'm going to start with the dark red shades. I'll start with the darkest of the colors. And I'm just going to start from the bottom and work my way up, working my way through the colors. That's the darkest. Here's the medium of the dark shades. And then we have the lightest. And it does say, it says dark, mid, light. It does give you some labeling on here, which is nice. Then I'm going to move on to the dark red blends. And again, I'm going to start with the darkest of the colors. Add a little bit. Then the mid. And the light. I think that gives it a nice variation in color. Almost an ombre effect. I think he's really cute. Then you take the thin cuts that come with the penguin set and you magically do this. You cut him out. Isn't he sweet? Last little thing I'm going to do on this card, I have these, they're called an action wobbler. This is something that I picked up on, I don't know, Amazon or one of the craft stores. I don't really remember. I've had them for a while and I forget about them. But they are so fun. They're just fun. You put it on the back and then I'm taking the backing off the other side and it's like a little spring. And you tuck it on there and look at that. He springs. Look at that. Isn't that fun? He's so fun. Now, you open your card and you've got your little piece of paper here and there's a place to hang your card on your bag and you're good to go. Don't need an envelope. Isn't that fun? Such a cute way to give someone a present. And if you wanted to, this is all the decorating you would need to do on a bag. You wouldn't even have to do the other side. But, well, this one's for my husband, so he's getting a shaker. I'll show you another one of my cards that I did like this too. I did a get well soon, only this time I put a bigger action wobbler under the whole big bracket, and I think that one is just too fun too. So everything, with the exception of the action wobbler, is available at barbvaderholt.closetomyheart.com. If you're interested, I would appreciate your business. Thank you for stopping by. Have a blessed, crafty day, and I'll see you next time.